everyone, and good morning. Welcome to this segment of Disney News. A few things have been happening recently in the company. However, we're going to touch on mainly three. Last week, Disneyland Paris announced a new expansion that they are going to plan, which will include three new segments of the park: a Frozen segment, a Marvel segment, and a Star Wars Galaxy's Edge segment. Last weekend, Disneyland in California turned Mickey's Toontown into a fashion show extravaganza celebrating a new line of clothing featuring the main mouse himself, Mickey Mouse. And 2 days ago, on the 9th, Disney Cruise Line announced that they have three new ships set to debut in the years 2021, 22, and 23, respectively. All three ships will feature high-tech innovations and, according to Disney Cruise Line, bring the golden age of cruising into the digital era. Each ship is approximately 400,000 tons and can hold about 1,250 guest staterooms aboard each vessel. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like a lot of pixie dust about to spread around the world. Well, that's all for this segment of Disney News. Back to you.
Hi, my name is Sam Landschoot, and I'll be reporting on local Florida news. On March 9th in Tallahassee, Governor Scott signs a gun violence prevention package, a bill for gun reform. Governor Rick Scott was surrounded by families of the Parkland victims while signing this new legislative bill. This package was passed by the legislature in the wake of the Parkland mass shooting. This new $400 million law raises the age to buy a firearm from 18 years old to 21 years old, starts a new 3-day wait time for buying a gun, along with new checks when buying. And the most important thing this new law has to offer is the Guardian Program. This Guardian Program is where certain highly qualified staff at the school will be allowed to carry guns on campus. This does not mean arming teachers. Governor Scott does not want this. This new phenomenon of the Guardian Program is optional. It is up to the local law enforcement whether or not the school district will need or use this. A survivor of the Parkland shootings spoke about the recent news. He said that this was a baby step and that more needs to happen, but the government was finally on their way to getting there. That's all for the local Florida news.
Hello, my name is Stephanie Perota, and today I'll be reporting to you the regional news for Florida. In the midst of all the sadness and chaos that Florida has been dealing with since the Parkland shooting, here's a story that will possibly brighten your day and make you realize that there is some good left in the world. Recently, the kids who go to Stoneman Douglas High School have returned back to school since the horrors that unfolded there on February 14th, but they didn't have to face it alone. LCC Canine Comfort Dogs made their way down to Florida to meet with some of the kids and help them relax on their first day back to school since the incident. Between dealing with the press, reporters, or even just the idea of coming back to a place where so many horrors unfolded, the dogs offered them a sense of hope and a reason to smile. The school invited Lutheran Church Charities Comfort Dogs from Chicago to meet with the kids after the massacre occurred. LCC was started in August 2008 and focuses on helping people deal with trauma and tragedy, specifically after tragedies occur such as mass shootings. Some of the dogs who are at Parkland assisted those involved in the Las Vegas shooting, the Sandy Hook shooting, and the Orlando Pulse shooting. The group has more than 130 comfort dogs trained in over 20 states. The dogs are taught to remain calm and help distressed and grieving people. As of right now, 27 of those dogs have visited the school. Here's a quote from Bonnie Fear, who is the owner of Cubby, one of the comfort dogs that is currently at Parkland. "You saw the relief of forgetting what happened when they see the dog. She's called a comfort dog, and that's exactly what she did. Bring comfort to people who were hurting." Wednesday through Friday, the dogs visited students in the classrooms where other students were killed. The kids laid down and pet the dogs for hours. Sometimes it's a simple thing, such as a furry companion, that can help you make you feel at peace and relaxed. This has been the regional news for Florida. Now over to you, Courtney.
California Governor Jerry Brown wants to introduce a new online community college. This new branch was brainstormed by Eloy Ortiz Oakley, the chancellor of the California Community College System. This new online community college would be aimed for the 2.5 million adults in California that currently lack college credentials, in hopes of getting them the credentials and skills they need for better jobs. When asked about his vision for this project, Oakley stated, "We would give them a short burst of job skills that employers would honor. This is not something that our community colleges currently focus on. We have a very diverse economy, and we're looking at this by working with labor partners, the building trades, as well as large industry representatives like manufacturing, healthcare, medical coding, and administration. These short-term credentials would take advantage of a worker's prior learning and any previous experience in the workforce. Oakley said that this will not compete with the traditional campuses, as it is aimed for working adults that do not have time to go to school. In this online version, an individual would be able to start classes at any time and not have to wait until the normal academic semester would begin. In a world where college credentials are crucial, Oakley wants to give everyone the opportunity to excel in the workforce. To do this, Jerry Brown proposed spending $120 million with the hopes of implementing this new branch of the California Community College by fall of 2019. Both Brown and Oakley have high hopes for this new branch, and if successful, hope to see it spread nationwide in the future.
Welcome to your international news. Last Sunday, 4th of March of 2018, a former Russian spy and his daughter were attacked with an unknown substance in the southern region of Britain. Both victims collapsed and are currently in the hospital in critical condition. The victim and former spy is known as Sergei Skripal. The British government has come to suspect that this may have been a terrorist attack and that Russia may be involved. At the moment, there is not a formal accusation. However, Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson has emphasized that should evidence prove Russia's involvement, Britain will act. This in turn may cause the country to refrain from participating in the World Cup that is to be celebrated in Russia this year. The head of Parliament's Foreign Affairs, Tom Tugendhat, has suggested that this all seems to fit a strong pattern, suspecting the involvement of organized crime or of the Russian government. Tugendhat has even gone to suggest that Russia may very well be testing them to the point of claiming that the country is going rogue. Tugendhat has voiced openly that Britain should demonstrate that they will not tolerate this behavior. So far, the Russian government has denied any involvement in the attack, but that they are willing and ready to cooperate with the investigation. The attack on Skripal and his daughter caused a decontamination effort in the area where it occurred. A point of interest was determined thanks to footage from a security camera that shows a man and woman walking through an alley that connects to the bench where the victims were found. This may be a vital lead or just a coincidence, as the circumstances around the attack remain unclear. Hopefully in time the truth will come to light. And thank you for watching.